Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. In this video, we're going to learn the third section in Unit 1, C. Reading. The title of the lesson is Letter to a Friend. This lesson comes under the section Family. And you know that friends are very important in our lives, especially the childhood friends, and their memories are difficult to be erased from our minds. Let us continue the chapter. Section C. Reading. Letter to a Friend. Hyderabad, 12 November 2012. The letter goes like this. Dear Suresh, this is Ramesh. I apologize for not meeting you during your visit to Hyderabad last week. So Ramesh is writing a letter to Suresh, and the first thing he seeks in his letter is he apologizes. Apologize in the sense asking sorry for the mistake he has done. And what is his mistake? For not meeting you during your visit to Hyderabad. Suresh lives in Hyderabad. His friend Ramesh visited. Ramesh lives in Hyderabad and his friend Suresh visited Hyderabad last week, but Ramesh couldn't meet him. And what he says? Unfortunately, I had a meeting in my office. Unfortunately, in the sense, it was my bad luck. I remember how we enjoyed our childhood days in Manikonda village. Every day we played together in our garden. Our family was very big. There were 12 members in our family. I remember how we played in the moonlight. Our grandma used to give us fruit and biscuits. Our grandpa used to tell us fairy tales about the princess, warriors, and the village boys. So they both were childhood friends. They lived in Manikonda village. They used to play together. Theirs was a joint family with 12 members. And he remembers how they all played in the moonlight in the night time. His grandma used to give them, lovingly fruits and biscuits to eat. And grandpa used to tell them what? Fairy tales, the stories about princes, warriors. Warriors means fighters, and the village boys. Now I'm working at Microsoft, a software company, Hyderabad, as a computer programmer. I'm married and we have a child. My wife works at Dell, Hyderabad, as a system analyst. The city life is quite busy. We start in the morning, leave our child at the baby care center, and come back in the evening with faded faces. We hardly find time to sit together. How disgusting. We work with computers, think like computers, and live like computers. We have forgotten our family. Both the writer and his wife are software engineers and they lead a busy life. They are so busy in their work that they just forgot their family. See the next para. I remember how we played gilli danda, hide and seek, and kabaddi. We went for swimming in our local tank every Sunday. Here we live in an apartment where there is no room to play. Our flat is our world, just like a well for a frog. The world remains unheated. So they used to play gilli danda, hide and seek, and kabaddi. These are very common games which each of us know. And they used to play and enjoy it. We went for swimming in our local tank every Sunday. So generally in rural areas you can find such local tanks where children enjoy swimming. Here, now they're living in apartment. And the life is completely different as their flat is their world. He's comparing himself to a frog in the well. And he says the world remains unheeded. To heed means to care. So we don't know what is happening in the world. We are just careless about the world, knowing nothing about it. How happy we were in our school. Now he recollects the school days. We used to sit in the same row, did all the work together, and took part in the events. So they used to sit together in a row at one place, complete the work given by their teacher, and took part in the events like cultural programs in our schools. I remember how Padmanabhaya sir, our class teacher, appreciated us when we got the first prize in district science fair. So they got the first prize in science fair or science exhibition, and their class teacher Padmanabhaya sir appreciated them. I remember we went on a picnic to Coil Sagar. There we went boating. So boating is a wonderful experience. We enjoy a lot doing that. Our tour to Sri Sailam was memorable. They also went to Sri Sailam. Still, I remember the green hills full of trees that almost touched the sky. So, how were the hills they watched out in the Sri Sailam? They were covered with trees completely, and they were very, very high, almost which touched the sky. Can it really touch the sky? No, but he was just explaining that they were very, very high. I remember the roaring of the Krishna river at the dam. Roaring in the sense, the voice made by the river near the dam. There's nothing here. I wonder at my child's silence. So Suresh wonders at his own child's silence. His own child is very, very silent. And what does he do? He always sits in front of the computer and plays games, never caring for anyone. So he's very silent. What is his routine? Playing games in the computer. He does not care about anybody. He does not know the value of relationships. So today's generation is like that. I remember the happy moments when our uncle visited us. He brought toys and fruit for us. So he also remembers the happy moments when his uncle visited his home. Our aunt brought me a new dress for Dasara. Really, these are the sweetest memories. Many of us must have had such experiences. Our relatives, uncle and aunt visiting our house, bringing a new dress for us. How we enjoyed Deepavali. Still I hear the sound of crackers. That much lively is the memory of Deepavali which they celebrated. I can see the rockets flying into the sky, making the night full of light. So he remembers those rockets cracking and creating lots of shine in the sky. Where are those days? So he's missing a lot those days. My child doesn't know his uncle or aunt. My child, he does not know who is his uncle or who is his aunt. For him, uncle and neighbor are the same. So he does not know the exact relationship which I have with my relatives. He thinks that they are simply the neighbors. Sometimes I think of our childhood days. I think of grandparents, uncles, brothers, sisters. We missed them. We missed the joy of the family. We missed their company. We are missing many things in this busy life. So here ends the chapter lesson letter to a friend. Jazakallahu khaira.